What is going on, everybody? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. I am so glad to be talking to you all. It's been a few weeks since we had a Shades of Purple, and it's been like a few months since we've done like an actual interview. So I'm glad to get back to this format. We're bringing on one of the alumni of the community. So really happy to, excited and to really dig into what he's been going, what he's been up to since we last talked to him. But before we get started with that, I will say this weekend, hey, look, it's Remy in the background. I will say I will not be streaming this Sunday. I am actually going to be traveling. So won't be here Sunday, but we'll be here next Thursday with Lo-Fi Monk doing the Game Awards, similar to what we did last year. But we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But without further ado, I want to bring in Mountain Gaming. Well, if y'all been around, you know exactly who this is. So none other than, here we go, Mountain 8 Gaming, formerly known as Vet Cloud Gaming, formerly known as Cozy Gaming, formerly known as many different things over the last
Yeah,
year.
Stadia Vet. I've lost track on all of them.
No, Vet. Well, I
Classes are gonna
am
have to go.
super excited to have you on. I know back in the summer you said, let's do this again. And I said for sure, meant to try to get you around Veterans Day to do like a one
Oh
year,
yeah,
but didn't work out. But we have you here. And for anybody who didn't wasn't here to catch Vet last year, we talked about Vet, why he is a veteran. I think we may recap a little bit about that.
yeah.
His connection and relationship to the military, and then also we talked just about where he was and where he's been, and some of the feuds he had. But we put those to rest. That was the bigger person then, and put a
Yeah.
couple of
Oh
those
yeah.
out there. But Vad, what's going on?
Uh,
What are you playing right now?
Cozy games still. Actually, not really. I've kind of shifted. I've been sucked into the world of Minecraft. I don't even know what happened there. I tried it out. My kids used to play it and it irritated me because I just thought it was like Legos for like older kids. I never understood it, and now that's all I end up streaming half the time. What else? Yeah, mostly that. I try to do some Ubisoft stuff. I don't do as much of the murder and mayhem games as I used to. It's weird because that's what I was known for was, wiping out entire villages or, taking out 3 blocks with a yo-yo. I mean,
Or shooting your
SP
teammates in Rainbow Six?
okay, that was an accident. They had it coming. I was bought out by the other team by Meg on that one. That wasn't my fault.
Oh my god! And we have something from Sugar Cookie. Where are the cozy games?
Uh, well, we did. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I was doing a lot of Disney stuff. I'm actually going to be doing Disney Dreamlight Valley once it drops on Apple Arcade next week on the 5th. So I'm going to be doing that. There's a Sonic game that's going to Apple Arcade. I'm going to do that. I do have some Ubisoft stuff lined up. I just have to wait for it. Not really streaming on YouTube anymore, but I still make my presence fully known that I'm always around just because I've had some issues with some individuals in the one that used to be a part of the community, one that I don't fully know, but I remembered from the Stadia days. Once I read the 2-page paragraph that was forwarded to me by by SPG, which has led to the rebranding. I moved. I'm not in the Midwest anymore, so I'm not in the frozen wastelands of Minnesota. I finally got out of there and moved to the frozen tundra that is Virginia up in the mountains. So,
Ah, so I know we're gonna get into all of that. The rebranding, some of the things you've been going on, doing over the, interactions you've been having over the last uh
oh, there's been
year.
lots of
But
interactions. Yeah.
yeah, I know the constant interactions. I want to give a huge shout out to everybody in chat. I see you, Simpleton. I see you, Wait. I'm gonna hit you up after this stream, so be on the lookout for that. Rudigs, what's going on? Rouster, how are you? Sugar Cookie, I love the Pokemon there. Ray, Obi, Geek, David Wilson,
Oh, they all sound
Rudigs.
so
I mean, so
familiar.
many people. Restream.io. So many people coming out to support you, Vet, because you're an integral part to the community.
Yeah, no
Uh,
kidding.
so thank you all for coming by, and hopefully, you're keeping warm and healthy. I say that I think because it's like 30 something. It's like 30 degrees in New York right now. It's so cold.
It's actually colder here. It was like 18. It might be in the 30s here, but it was like 18 degrees a couple nights, like last night, and the pipes froze in my house, and I was like, "Oh, I forgot about that. That's a thing."
Okay. And what is up, Holtz? What's up, Geek the Sync? So I want to just remind everybody when we bring back on an alumni, we're going to see what they've been doing over the last year, right? And I think we all can see that Vet as what through multiple transformations of the brand, where Twitter, no Twitter. There's something else I saw you when because I was trying to track you down, Vet, and it was hard to
Oh,
track you
I
down.
know, I know.
And so I
I'm
finally
kind of a
tracked you
ghost at
down.
this point.
Sanchez, what's going on? And so we'll ask him that. I'll have some general questions, and Bet obviously will tell the tale of 2023, and then we'll open up to anybody else who wants to join and talk to Vet, ask him a question, or just whatever. Vet is a streamer, he's a content creator, so we can always mix it up with the best of them on whatever topic, whether it's about Vet or if it's just about gaming in general and how Xbox is going third party now. We can talk about all that.
Yeah, the conspiracies, those are always fun.
Yes,
I'm down for them all.
Yes, you simpleton, you're right. It is not Twitter. I now understand why the writers always say Twitter or X, formerly known as Twitter, even though I hate that. I hate it. If you want to know how to ruin a company, look at Twitter, look at X. But with that said, Vet, what's been going on? All right, talk through us. You came on the show last year. Vet Cloud Gaming, Stadia had just closed. We were talking about what you were about to do next. And then it seems like right around the time that you stumbled into like basically content creator gold, literally. Right.
Essentially because
happens. So
essentially we were in the process of moving. I had just signed a lease for our place in Virginia. So I was paying bills in Virginia, paying bills in Minnesota, and content creation. And then it was right before I started driving back and forth from Minnesota to Virginia, like multiple times, because I drove. I racked up like 50,000 hotel points from the amount of trips that I was making before we finally moved with a truck. But I was playing Disney Dreamlight. I wanted to check it out. I was playing it on the PlayStation at the time. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and a random channel just that I was not following, had no clue who it was, rated my YouTube channel with like 100 and some odd people, and then they started dropping donations left and right, and I froze because I played like Assassin's Creed games. I was a guy that was running around allegedly stabbing cats in Red Dead and shooting people's heads off, or killing everyone in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I wasn't the cozy gamer that is used to those kind of raids. And all of a sudden I had like 100 people in there and I had no clue what to do. And then money started getting thrown my way and I panicked. And then, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I left to run and go. I think my wife was at work, so I had to pick her up. There's like 50 people still sitting in chat when I get back. And then they showed up again the next day. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to keep playing this. And as I got introduced to more of the people in that community, I started kept playing Disney Dreamlight. I shifted to some other games here and there. Most of them were all the same cozy variety of games. And they kept coming up and they kept coming back and coming back. And so I was maintaining it like 20 some people almost every time. And then after like the third raid, and where I'm hitting like 400 people and I'm making, getting donations left and right, I noticed a trend on YouTube. Every single channel that I knew in the cloud gaming community, everybody was playing Disney Dreamlight. And I was like, wow, look what I started. Because I noticed like every single person was trying to see if they could capitalize on that. And then within a week, they were back to playing the same games they always play, Destiny 2 or, Division or something like that. So it was funny to watch how everybody tried to copy that success, and it didn't happen. And I just thought to myself, I was like, well, that's just because you're not me and I'm better. I just have that way. I mean, at the time I did. I still think that sometimes. I just don't usually say it out loud.
Oh my goodness. Well, you are Vet.
Ego. It helps with the ego.
You are Vet. And what is going on, Reaver? So I mean, who was this streamer? Like, was
Let's
this
Play K. She, at the time when she rated the channel, She was a big cozy gamer. She had, I think, when she rated she was at like 5 or 6K. She's at 14,000 some subscribers now. But
Wow.
the one of my raids that I had at the time, I ended up having three channels raid me at the same time, and I think I hit about 300 people in the chat at one point because I had a
Wow.
channel that had 100+ thousand subscribers raid my channel. Then Kay's came in with, and she was at that point was over 10,000, and I had another subscribe channel that had at the time I think 4,000 that came in at that point as well. So I had a massive amount of people, and I had no clue what was going on.
So, I mean, have you ever talked to see like, hey, why my channel? Like, was this on Twitter or
She
was this on
It was
YouTube?
on YouTube, and
Wow, that's even more impressive.
she literally said it was just she was looking for somebody that was still live, that had that was playing Disney Dreamlight, and I just happened to be that person. I was just happened to be live playing it, just sitting in my living room playing Disney Dreamlight on the PlayStation, and it was she just that's where the channel she chose.
Wow. So, and
So
welcome, Lo-Fi. I see it there. Holtz, thank you for coming by. We are talking about Vet, and he's talking about when I mean, how cool is this, y'all? I know we have a lot of content creators in chat. You're sitting there, all of a sudden, you get a raid of 100 people, right? That's what
yeah,
happened.
that was like it was legit crazy.
And that
Because
must be kind of intimidating because you don't know this
no, I
group.
had no clue who any of them were.
Like, 'cause there's times, like, we'll get 30, 40. Sometimes. We haven't had that in a while, but usually sometimes we'll be
Oh
20,
yeah,
20. But we know who they are. Like, we
yeah. I
know,
mean, the
like,
biggest I've had was like 40, and this was before the YouTube raid thing was the thing, and it was when Sunny raided the channel, so it just brought his viewers over. So I've used to like smaller amounts, not one, and I knew who Sunny was at the time.
yeah,
But
you know who they are. You
yeah,
know who's
so
like
but
half the
not
people in
some
Sunny's
random
channel. You'll come.
person that I had no idea who it was. And it was just this crazy thing, and it just kind of spiraled, and I just kept it going. And to be fair, I had fun playing those games, and I've kind of kept it up. I've maintained friendship with throughout. I'm always in most of their streams, hanging out in the community, and I enjoy the games. I like playing the violent games. I just don't play them as often anymore, and it could be tied to PTSD and other things like that. So I don't know. I just started PTSD therapy counseling like 2 weeks ago. So, and I was told that like because I have an appointment tomorrow that's where the fun begins, and I was like, I don't think that that's supposed to be fun. And the way that you said that, I don't think it's going to be fun. So we shall see
Ah,
how I will feel tomorrow.
well, hopefully it works out, and if not,
It seems to
uh,
have because I've usually almost every time that I've left those appointments, I'm in a much better place. I've gotten a lot better with figuring things out. So those that have PTSD, I don't wish it on anybody. And counseling, from personal experience at this point, counseling is like the best thing to do.
yeah, no, counseling's really good. And so Crystal is saying that she found you through that raid. She
Yes.
found you through that. So that's
Yep.
super awesome. I think that's the cool thing about, and Crystal obviously has been, brought into the community, is a really great member, person in chat, and then
Corrupted by Ray as usual.
also streaming. So definitely. And we always love women streamers. So thank you, Crystal. If you ever want to come on, Crystal, let me know. And we will definitely set up that interview. Um, and so you have it. And so at this point, were you like, let me just keep doing this cozy gaming thing? Like, were
I think
you
that's kind of where I was at. I just kind of kept it going. I just stuck with the Disney Dreamlight. I tried some of the other games that were recommended to me, and I kept it, and I was enjoying the stuff, so I just kept going with it. And between moving and then shifting around, and then I had other tech issues, which anybody that knows me knows that's synonymous with my gameplay is tech issues. I've had that since the Stadia days. So I was just waiting for the right internet to get installed in the house and everything, and I finally got all that. And so I was still doing the cozy streams here and there sporadically. I was jumping on podcasts, the usual stuff I was normally doing. And then I figured let's try Minecraft just to see how it is, and that was probably the worst mistake I ever made because I haven't been able to stream anything else since then. I
Really?
understand. Like it sucked me in, and I used my go-to game had always been Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It was an easy one to pick up, start killing, and I'm usually happy with it. And now I just go into Minecraft and like I will start playing it, and within out like hours later, I'm like, oh god, it's been 4 hours. Whoops. Or I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna be done. I'll be streaming it. All right, guys, we're gonna be done in about 15 minutes. And I don't think anybody has ever believed that from me ever. Even going all the way to Stadia, I don't think I ever maintained. I'm gonna be done in 15 minutes because that 15 minutes is like 3 hours later.
Well, we have Lo-Fi, former Minecraft extraordinaire.
Yeah, I've tried to
You
get
know,
him in. He always
you,
no shows.
he always knows shows.
No, I know he's had computer issues. I've been trying to help him troubleshoot his stuff
Computer
too.
issues squared. Vetting
Dude, I think
Lo-Fi.
I between the two of us, I think we've got the tech issues nailed at this rate.
Oh yeah, no, I mean both great, amazing, and I'm gonna have you back to back. I'm gonna be with Lo-Fi next week.
Right? I'll be in the chat.
On the Game Awards
I
stream.
got questions for him anyways. A lot of them, all about dolphins and whales and Mexican space aliens.
Y'all, we may actually have some stuff on. Y'all think the otters? Otters? I don't think y'all actually know. If Ambi's out there, Ambi will tell you. Otters are something else. Hey, Ambi. Like all I'm gonna say that's all I'm gonna say. Otters are something else. They are serious. They're not assassins. They're gang members. That's all we're gonna leave it at that, and
We'll wait for next week.
we wait till next week. Plus, I was shocked. I was shocked, and I follow this. So okay, another thing, and we're gonna get back to this journey, but I can't help but notice what's behind your holiday festive stuff. There's a
Oh, is
huge,
that that GFN blanket? Yeah.
because remember last time you came on, you were Boosteroid vet.
Oh yeah. We had that issue with the Boosteroid versus GFN versus Xbox, and yeah, I pissed off a lot of people with that one. Let's see, because so and all of that ties together because it with the rebrand, there were certain people that were harassing me, that got blocked. One of them we all know. I'm not going to bring up names for those that know, but it was funny because somebody had asked me, well, Vet, how many people have you pissed off? And I'm like, let's see. There's the Stadia people, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, Luna, Netflix gamers, Boosteroid, GFN, PC. I said, yeah, I think I pissed off everybody. I said, if do you, 9 different genres, I think that's the whole community right there. Over the course, I mean, Ray can vouch for things I've said about Stadia fans and what to do with their heads and things of that nature. And I've cracked jokes on Xbox during the CMA drama on Twitter, and Luna. I've said things here and there. I'm pretty sure I said Netflix gaming was a joke at one point on another show. It
That
seems that
will
most.
upset Ninja Guy X.
Yes, I know, but I did preach. I did praise them today for the GTA drop that they did because I praised them for that. So that should balance out the bashing I did with that one. But yeah, I jump around all over the place with gaming. I still love GFN. I mean, I'm a PC gamer. That's what it boils down to. But I also just like to game. I don't care, whether it's Xbox or PlayStation. I don't have time for that drama between those two. I'm just too old for that console warcraft that's been going on since, like the 80s. I mean, it's been 40 years and nobody's going to win it. So they should just call a truce at this point.
Oh, someone will win it. And
Well, yeah, it's PC gaming. We know.
And Reaver, I see all your little puns here. Solid. You're out doing Holtz at the moment. I don't know if you can see in the chat right now.
I can. I'm not going to respond right now.
Mr. Fox and Socks. You pissed him off too.
I did no such thing. You moved away and chose to go to the West Coast and leave the beautiful East Coast. That's not my fault.
The beautiful East Coast. I don't know that's probably the first time I've heard that in a while.
I don't think I've ever heard that before, considering where I'm at and how close to DC I am.
And hey, Sourbelow, how's it going? We're just talking to VetCloud Gaming, doing an alumni interview. Well, before he was VetCloud, then Stadia Vet, and then VetCloud again, and so we're talking about his journey through rebranding. And Booster Right Vet now. Like that's been.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's like one constant with Vet is that we know.
I like gaming. Does that count?
Yes, no matter where you game, as long as you're
I know,
gaming, you're good
right?
with me, right? So and if you're just joining in, Vet actually streamer, multiple year streamer, was streaming Dreamlight Valley, right?
Yes.
Dreamlight Valley, Disney Dreamlight Valley, on YouTube, right? So automatically it's like Dreamlight Valley, YouTube, dude named Vet. All of a sudden, he gets rated by over a popular cozy gamer streamer
Yep.
gets rated. 100 people are in his chat. Over the coming weeks, he ends up getting up to 300 people just constantly rating him. And he basically ends up doing a rebrand from Vet to Cozy Gamer. And was this and what you're saying is it wasn't just because you had a lot of people watching you play cozy games. It was actually because you started finding cozy games somewhat therapeutic.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of like meshed. It was like,
Yeah, it was weird because it wasn't something that I thought would happen. It just kind of ended up like it just kind of happened, and it was weird because it was one of those things that I was not expecting to try.
I know he's going with the honor.
Oh,
I've never,
God.
I know Reaver's
Oh, that
going.
one, I'll give him credit for that one. That was good. But yeah, as Ray has pointed out, I do also have a sports show with Ray that we've been doing for I think 3 seasons now. NFL sports, Unfortunately, my crappy team still loses every season, even
Which
with the
team?
new Washington.
Oh, the Nationals
No,
or
no,
the
the Commanders, if that's what you want to call
Commanders?
them.
Commander.
Yeah, stupid name. I didn't choose it.
You didn't
But
choose that name, Vet. You didn't
no,
have that power. You weren't Dan
I would
Snyder.
have loved to have chosen the name because it wouldn't have changed. It would have stayed the
Wasn't
original
it Dan
name.
Snyder? Did I get that right? Was that the
Um,
owner?
yeah, that was the former owner. God, I'm so
Yeah,
glad when
man.
he got.
Wow, that's football trivia for y'all.
Yeah,
Uh but
shut up
all
with
right,
your
so
stupid
you did
Niners.
that. But there was also another catalyst, right? Through some of these rebrands that you've done with your channel, right? Because you were a vet and you could always have been, and I think at one time you were Cozy Vet Gaming or
Yeah,
Cozy Gamer. So
yeah, it was one
talk
of
to us
those.
about that. You kind of
So
mentioned it earlier.
yeah, so there that was the initial rebrand. I just went with Cozy Vet Gaming or something of that around that time frame. But I had somebody in the community that was I'm not giving the name out or anything, but he would show up in SPG's streams, and he knew me from Stadia. Once I saw the name, and sent some of the messages. I never talked to him. He would go through SPG. SPG would forward me the messages, the paragraphs worth of messages and whatnot. But essentially said that if I didn't change my name or come out and say that I'm not a veteran, that he would get all of his friends to, well, one, he would post all my information, dox my info, put it all on military stolen valor websites, and then said that he would get all of his military friends and have them go to my channel and leave messages. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm not opposed to you sending all of them to my channel. They're going to get me views. So, I mean, negative view, positive view, who cares?
That's the
That's
cowboy
that,
way.
that helps me. I mean, it's not like I haven't had that happen before. So, I mean, let's be real. But I ended up with that's what pushed me towards the rebrand. I wasn't gonna. The guy never spoke to me. I put his name out there originally. I put info on him, and I blocked him, and then I just moved on with my time because it just wasn't worth it. I'm too old to be fighting with that crap and dealing with people that want to preach that stuff. He claimed it was because I didn't know what an MOS was, and I'm like, one, I'm not that stupid to not know what my MOS was. I was in a stream earlier, and I said I was a army veteran. They like, oh, what was your MOS and branch? And I said 42 Alpha, Human Resource Specialist. I mean, I don't think that's what it is now, but I said I was at Fort Jackson. I said, well, formerly known as Fort Jackson. I don't know what it's called now, because I was opposed to that name change as well. It's weird.
What? Vet, you can't say that. That was a solid name change. So if y'all are not aware,
No, I'm just kidding.
yeah,
That's just me. I'm old. I'm
yeah,
old.
old
I'm
school.
allowed
So
to be
just so
spicy.
everybody knows, the
I honestly don't remember what it
military
was.
undertook a process over the last few years to look at all the installations in the United States military, that is, and look at the ones that had names that potentially, I don't want to say offensive, but it's kind of, I always did think it was kind of odd to have military installations named after Confederate generals. And so they kind of did this process to go relook all of these in for the ones that were named after Confederate generals. They changed the name. So Fort Hood, Fort Jackson, um, Fort there's a ton of them. Like
Yeah,
I think
there's
it
too
was
many.
like it was like
There's too many.
it was like 150 different
Look,
things. So
Google it. You'll find it.
yeah, you'll find the entire list. And I actually know some people on the commission who actually went and looked at all that. So I think, like, yes, it's traditional. Like I served at Fort Hood. Obviously, it's not called Fort Hood anymore.
Right.
Cavazos, I think, is what it's called. But
I don't know what Jackson, what they renamed it to be honest.
never changed Fort Meade. Nope. No, yeah, like I
No.
think Drum. I think there's a couple of them they didn't change. Well, quite a few actually.
They changed a lot of things. I think there's streets that were changed. Bird names are getting changed now because those are offensive to people.
Bird names. Well, what is it? Because Lo-Fi does not believe in a bird. So, so
those flying things
we have to
feathers.
be correct on. They're changing the names of some of.
They're changing the names of certain mammals. There we go.
Is a bird a mammal?
I don't know. It's been a long time since
They're
I've been in
changing the
school.
names of creatures that are still controversial.
Birds are real.
Some people call them birds. Some people do not acknowledge them. We are inclusive of both belief systems on this channel and any other belief system in between. So, but they are changing the name of such. Yeah, really,
God.
y'all are going for it. Y'all are going for it. Oh my goodness. What is Ray? Ray, is it?
There's
Is
no.
Ray? I don't even know.
I know what his real name is. Ain't no way your mom. Well, maybe she did. I don't know.
All right.
Somehow I could believe it.
For gaming days might want to do some shooting genre gaming. I don't know if that one is available. I would have to go approach the commission. So that was there. So you decided to say, you know what? I'm too old for this. I'm gonna go to Cozy. So you were a Cozy gamer, right? You used to come into chat and I know Cozy, I don't think translates across all the English dialects. For some other people around the pond in chat, correct me if I'm wrong, Cozy is like you're snuggling up and you're like cozy. So I always like Cozy gaming.
Yeah.
Birds are interdimensional creatures. That is pretty. That's next level thinking. Sourblowed, thank you for giving.
Wow.
This one has.
All right.
Yeah. So we are there. We didn't intend to get there, but I'm glad we've gotten to this place. That birds have, we can all admit that the concept. We have an opinion on birds. I think that's that one.
There we go.
Yeah,
it kind of seemed to go that route with the Cozy stuff, and then as I kept churning along with content, and I started to shift to like Minecraft and still trying to do my other games that I wanted to do. I wanted to, I still like playing. I ended up getting into the Ubisoft Creators Program, so I wanted to be able to do some of those games, and that obviously most of those are not very cozy. Maybe no, not Uno's not either. But
what? Okay. Talk to Yvette. What experience do you have with Uno? Not being
if you play Uno as a family with family members on like the holidays, it's not cozy. It's like trying to play Monopoly with your family.
Oh yeah. Well, I played Uno with Wit, and we turn on all the specialties like rabbits and like Lord. All of them, like where it's like any card, it's like 20 different rules.
Yeah,
that's super cool.
As I shifted around and I realized that I still wanted to be able to play Ubisoft games, and I wanted to do these other things. I
Where's
wanted to
the
be able to
guinea
stream
pig?
Spider-Man. I wanted to do this other stuff. I was trying to figure out what the best route for the to rebrand that included me living in the mountains and all of that. So I was like, I just kind of went with Mountain Gaming,
Yeah.
and I had to adjust certain things because um, half the names that I wanted were taken. So
So
I
you
just
just
stuck
went
with
with
Mountain.
Mountain
Yeah,
Gaming.
I went with a very, very different variations of Mountain Gaming. Whatever could kind of I could get accepted. That's what I went with.
I love it, and I love what chat is saying, and I see. I mean, Ray, he's just on it. I don't know how many points he has on this otter one, but he's definitely on it. I play Uno with
Cozy
my.
Vet
She's
Mountain
having.
Minecraft game. Oh my
What I
God,
like
Ray.
about Uno, like, or not like, so when you play Uno not on the computer, like, there's random rules. It's like checkers. Like, there's like people have different types of rules. So
Wilson might not know what checkers is. Some of the younger kids out there, you might not know what that is, but it's a board game with pieces. You have to sit and
played on a
interact with,
similar board as chess,
which is
but
another
but
board
not
game.
not exactly not the same concept.
Yeah.
And Monopoly starts good until everyone quits as they're losing. I have actually a story with Monopoly. I was playing with Wit again, so if you can tell, I play games with Wit, and it was like 5 of us playing. We all knew each other, and this random person came into our game, and this was I think we were playing on Stadia. I want to say it was on Stadia, and that person ended up winning, and we just quit. because
Oh.
because we were all against this one person, because we were like,
Oh man.
so we were like trading our own properties and trying to like do it. I don't
Yeah.
know who this person was. It was like Bostonian 357 or something. I just remember that was the Boston was in their name, and they just like came in and destroyed. Like, it was like 5-on-1, 4-on-1. It was something
Oh, I'd have been
ridiculous.
so mad.
Yeah, wait, it was crazy, right? It was us. We were trying to win that, and yeah, we haven't played since. The group we
Oh
had
man.
hasn't played
I
since.
remember those kind of violent games where they would get like that, but it was more with like mine were like Monopoly with my siblings, or it was like if it was groups of friends, it was like Risk and Stratego and stuff like those board games, the old board games that half this chat probably doesn't know what I'm talking about because I just aged myself. Ray would because he was around that time frame. I
Uh,
think
and,
he might have
and
been before it.
And I see Holtz there. I see Holtz is crawling back, coming back. When you're a mountain gamer, it's always important to know where your peak is.
That's a good one.
Love it. Love it. Y'all are doing amazing. Like, this is super cool. And what is going on, Louis? I was actually watching your show yesterday, Louis. I wasn't tuned in because I was at the office. I mean, I didn't type in, but I actually had you on yesterday. So welcome. We're just talking about Cloud Game. Or no, I was about to say Cozy Mountain. We're talking a mountain gamer, and
I know. I wish that I could just throw. There's times I wish that YouTube would let you use have a nickname in front of it, because I would just put Vet there, because that's literally nobody calls me. They see the channel name and they're like, "Oh, hey, Vet, what's going on?" And
yeah,
everyone
that's
in the cozy
anytime you.
community, it's the same exact thing. Nobody calls me whatever the channel name is. It's still Vet.
Mountain gaming. Mountain gaming reminds me of like mountain coffee. It's like, and usually mountain coffee, if there is one of those, is usually like a veteran entrepreneurship thing. I
Oh
think it's a
yeah,
veteran thing. Yeah, like you're like straightforward.
yeah.
That's what
I
I'm
know. And my
doing.
counselor's already told me I'm not allowed to have energy drinks, and I'm only allowed to have 1 cup of coffee because apparently it doesn't do good with my PTSD. And I was just like, well, that takes all the fun out of it.
Oh,
Thanks.
look at that. Holtz crawling back for going to end these mountain gaming jokes on a cliffhanger. Solid.
Nice.
I see Uno Flip was Uno Flip was crazy because I think it was like if you put down a 7 or like a 2, it flipped the cards and you had like a totally different set of cards.
Oh, yep. I remember that one.
That was good. Mountain Dew. Yeah, do the Dew. Mountain
We have
Dew.
Mountain Dew outside.
Mountain. I had to think about that. Oh my gosh,
It took me a minute to realize that.
I had to think about that. Oh my god, like the entire
That was,
conversation.
man. Chat's done thrown it all out.
I know they're going at it. So
What else has been going on?
so you changed so you changed the name. You're doing Cozy Games, and and I saw you doing. Can you? But here's a question: what's the difference? What is Dreamlight Valley, Stardew Valley? Are these the same universe?
I have no idea. I really don't know. I only got it because it had Disney characters. That was really the only reason that I got the game, and then I got interested in it. And the same with the racing, the Disney Speedstorm. I only got Disney Speedstorm because it was like basically Mario Kart but better because it had Disney characters and the different Disney worlds. It just brought back memories, and it was like the animation style for like even Dreamlight Valley was more that the old school Disney versus what is on TV nowadays. So it more for me, it brought more of those that memory back and everything.
And
I just read Miss Phoenix comment.
Miss Phoenix, welcome to the chat. And Miss Phoenix, same offer goes to you that I gave Crystal. If you're a streamer, if y'all have not known Miss Phoenix
She
streams.
won't show up here. She knows I'll be in the chat dropping nugget jokes all day long.
Just nugget jokes.
Yeah, it's like this weird inside thing, but she was roasting me earlier today while I was on Bjorn's show.
Bjorn. Oh my god, Bjorn. I need it. Bjorn hit me up on Discord. I need to hit him up. I need to do my thing. And I love Reaver. The mountain jokes are too steep for me. Y'all are going otters
Nice.
and mountains. I love it. I would have never. Y'all are creative. Y'all are way more creative than I am.
More than I would have gotten. But no, I shifted with that. I've been doing a lot of that, but and then I kind of, as I drifted away from the Disney stuff, and bringing in other content, I've been trying to pick and choose. And then when I had actually started up my Ray and my sports channel, we started that one up over on YouTube, and then I started up a tech channel that I was going to do that I was working with Lo-Fi on. And then, of course, they magically got terminated. I never found out exactly what happened. I did some digging on my own. I used some of my connections that I have with certain people to try to figure it out. And they couldn't do so. They could only do so much. So I had to hold off. So yeah, so I kind of just left that as is. And then I just took my content to Twitch. And then I came back to YouTube just for the hell of it because I'm just like, screw you, YouTube. I'll do what I want. Except for when it comes to things like gaming awards for that the community gets to choose, because I was robbed on that one.
Gaming award, and I want to.
Oh yeah, Meg knows.
We have Megatron X in chat.
I was robbed. I should have won that, and everyone voted, and I lost. I got screwed out of that one.
Tell us, what is this? What is this Game Awards?
This was a Stadia game. This was like the I think it was during the Stadia days. Everyone got to vote on their favorite
Clive
creator. And yeah, something like that. And somehow Meg won that, and I should have won. Just like I got brought on RiseX game show. It was me against Meg, and I should have won that one. But I got.
Oh, I saw that. I
got screwed over on that one too. Imagine that. No one told me math and English was a part of the Stadia. What does math and English have to do with Stadia? I don't know, but I got cheated out of that one as well because I clearly should have won that game show, and I should have won Content Creator of the Year. But
who's keeping track?
I know, like that was like 3 years ago. Who keeps score? Who keeps a grudge this long?
Speaking about grudges, I know before, and y'all, if you do want to get on the show and talk to Vet, ask him any question or just ask anything. So the way we do this is once we have an alumni on, the first time we have them on, we tell their entire gaming story. Vet was on last year. And so over the last year, obviously has went through multiple brands, done through a lot of different stuff. So we wanted to catch up on that. But we also want to open up to just anybody who wants to ask a question or just wants to be on the show and just talk about whatever. That's kind of how
Ray, that's BS. I asked for a rematch and she said no. So who's the ball's over? I've given the ball back. I would like a rematch. You could pick any other platform. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be Stadia. We'll do a GFN one. We will set this up somehow. So, I should have won and I was robbed.
So we're going to put this one here for anybody, and then Vet. But tell us a little bit of you said you wanted to mention Jeff. I remember you said.
Yes, my good buddy, our dear friend, our Canadian friend Jeff. I don't know what he does. I guess he's a variety gamer. has a Sunday podcast. I don't know. Over the last year, something happened between the two of us because I used to show up on his Monday night streams when they played Wreckfest. We all got along. I would stay up late. We would hang out and watch. We would join in on Ray's Wreckfest streams, and over the course of the year, I don't know exactly what has transpired, why he's so pissed off at me, but I know that he is because I've gone into his chat or his streams and I can type whatever I want and it's blocked. The messages don't show up. And I verified this with Ray and SPG and a few of those. Nobody seems to know what his problem is with me. He will not talk to me. He has me muted in Discord, but he can hear me up to a point. So I don't know, but you know what? I don't really care anymore. It's too much to deal with. Jeff, whatever the reason is, dude, if I offended you in any sport, anyway, I'm sorry. I don't know what I did, but you know what? I'm going to be the bigger person here and just apologize. I'm sorry for whatever I did that upset you, bothered you, or whatever. So I'm just going to leave it at that and move on.
I think so. I would say just talking to Jeff and hearing Jeff, I think if there was ever a time you said, I'm leaving content creation, I'm leaving YouTube, I'm leaving gaming, and you came back, Jeff holds that against people.
Oh yeah. I guess I should have just left altogether then. Well, I do recall certain people saying after Cowboys games that they would disappear and that the Cowboys would lose, and there was talk of this 30-point spreads and things like that. I don't know. It's a lot of talk. I don't know.
I love how this community has these so many crush. This is like
Did someone say I'm Canadian? When did I become a Canadian? Well,
I think Rudik said a better Canadian came along and he got jealous. And so there's a couple of Canadians, right? We have
Meg.
Granite, Meg. Well, Meg is Nova Scotia.
Meg, that's still technically Canada. It's not the U.S. Or it's its own country. I don't really know. It might not even.
I don't even think they know.
They're just there.
It's like no one's really paying attention to them. They're just doing their own thing.
She's gonna kill me after this. I'm like a dead man walking at this point. I'm already too far into this, so well.
Oh, just kidding, Meg. No, we know that. That
they even have an Assassin's Creed in Canada. I didn't even know that until I ended up playing it one time. I don't remember which one it was now, but
which one isn't that Assassin's Creed 3 or the third one? Like when they come over the Atlantic?
No, it's not. No. The third one is the Revolutionary War. It's not the fourth one. It's not Black Flag. I think it's the one that's after Black Flag. I don't remember. I can't remember right off the top of my head. I know there's one there because I remember she popped into the stream when I was playing it. So
look at Holtz with going deep with the lyrics.
Oh,
I know nice. Holtz going.
Snap, man! He had to think on that one.
Yeah, I know. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so yeah, I think that's probably where Jeff is coming from. He said, or if you said I'm leaving and unsubscribe from me, he would have unsubscribed from you and he would have left. Just knowing that's
yeah, I'm just at this point it is what it is. I don't care anymore. Now the only other big thing that I had recently was, besides being a grandpa, was that
congrats, by the way, right? That's new.
I know I threw that one out there real fast.
Yeah, show him your shirt. Show him your shirt. And I see you have piqued Reaver's interest with Mountain.
Oh, hold on. I got to make sure that I'm not stripping on camera because that might.
Don't do that.
Yeah, we don't want the channel to get flagged. But yeah,
so the top it says I have 2 titles, veteran, and then he rolls it up a little bit further.
Yeah, and it's just and Pappy, and I rock them both, which I do.
Pappy.
Because grandpappy means you're old, and I am clearly not old. I'm just, wise. We'll go with that one.
Elton.
And then the only other big thing that I guess I had was I signed a non-exclusive contract to stream for this new streaming service called Livespace that I was out promoting. I've been out, promoting and retweeting their stuff.
So I saw that. So that's actually where when I was searching, it said you had that and you bring over those streams to YouTube now.
Well, I so when I'm once I start doing that, which actually the contract starts December 1st, which I already signed. It's good for a year, but I can multi-stream. Like that becomes the primary streaming home, and then I can multi-stream wherever I want, whether it's YouTube, it's Twitch, I can multi-stream to all three if I want. Um, oh my God, now they're bringing Wilson into this.
I don't know. Wilson said, "Ain't that right, Pappy?" And then, and then they said, "I'm like, I don't know. There's so many inside jokes here. I'm not aware of." And what is going on, Chariot man? How are you?
What's going on, Chariot? I see you there. It has, dude. It has definitely been a while. Um, but yeah, so they are a new company. They're trying to be more social media than just strictly streaming. They're also not planning on bringing over big name streamers. They're not signing any of those. They want to focus on the small creators, listening to the community. They have this. One of the co-founders is live streams twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and listens to takes questions and tries to answer things as best he can. But the 1 year non-exclusive contract was to stream there. I'm supposed to do like 24 hours a month, and 7 different days within a month. Which I mean, I can do that in like 2 weeks, in a sense. But it's normally their payouts are 85/15. So content creator keeps 85, they keep 15, but you get paid daily, and you can get subscriptions after your first stream. So the first day that you stream there, with the 1 year contract, I get 100% revenue. And as long as I meet all the requirements, if I get subscriptions, then I also get revenue share afterwards, an additional payout from the company itself. So
No, that's super cool.
yeah, I'm excited for it. It was something that I wasn't expecting. They're only taking 1,000 content creators for a year, so it's cool to kind of be in there at the beginning of a new company.
Did they tell you that it's ran by a terrorist organization?
No, that was Boostroid that does that. And they're not run by they're not no, I know where you're going. No, they're not funded by casinos either. So I can't get that casino money. You're actually not allowed to stream casino content, hot tub content, or or multi-stream your OnlyFans page there.
I
Sorry,
feel
Ray,
like
I did check for you. I did check for you, Ray.
I
But
think
yeah.
I wonder. I think you could do all three, right? You could be at a casino streaming on OnlyFans while you're in a hot tub.
You probably could, and getting photos of your feet. I mean, and uploading that to the internet
Hey,
at
we're
the
not
same
going to
time.
talk about. Some of us actually do make a career out of that, so let's leave that.
Yeah, we don't want to copyright infringe on careers. I mean, I can't. I tried to get into that business, it didn't work. So
Oh my goodness. My gaming tax. Well, Holt, as we say, there's no
Oh my
Xbox
God.
tax.
That's fake news, Holds. Did you get that info from the Cowboy? That's probably why.
I don't think Cowboy. I think Cowboy's channel said there's no tax.
Yeah, it's so weird when he disagrees with the vast majority of the community. Sometimes I do miss the old Cowboy that I remembered from the Stadia days, the loving controversial one. I kind of miss that sometimes.
Well, we do have another one. Crazy Louis, if he's still in chat, but Crazy Louis is fun. Cowboy, I think, would do it on purpose to like get.
No, he would.
Yeah, like Cowboy.
We have our memorial. I've asked him a couple of times if we should bring back our Memorial Day fight, and then he's like, "Dude, if we do that, everyone's going to think we staged the first one." I was like, "Yeah, that's true. We probably shouldn't. We don't want any conspiracy theories out there that we staged the whole thing just for views."
The feet market is an honest one. It's Phoenix. It's an honest wage.
Oh
it's a honest, hard day's work. You can make a great living on that one. I always think like what's going to happen like in like 20 to 30 years? Like, will we have like will that ever be a thing? Like an elderly streamer fan base?
Ray, can you answer that? I'm sorry, dude. I couldn't resist. But no, I don't know. Probably, I would imagine so. I mean, there's old people that are on what's the app that's banned in Montana? What is that called? TikTok or whatever? Because it's apparently spies on us. But that one, I've seen commercials for like old people that are on there now. They're like grandmas that are dancing and stuff. One, I don't want to
There's
see that.
grandmas who are showing their feet. Is that what you're saying?
I apparently they're doing all kinds of crazy things. Feet, trying
Crazy
to be,
grandmas. Crazy
yeah.
grandmas.
Right, I love you, buddy.
Oh my goodness. That's younger than me, so not that old. Yeah, I think
I mean, if I add the 10 knee surgeries, I mean, I'm clearly older than everybody here. I can guarantee there ain't that many that have two partial knee replacements and are due for
knee replacements.
two total knee replacements in about 8 years.
Knee replacements do hurt. Do hurt. Um so vet, so let's get back. So you're doing this cozy gaming stream, and you were playing this other one time. It wasn't. I was coming through during the initial
Transition.
Dreamlight
Yeah.
Valley one. I didn't quite understand the game. I'm not gonna lie.
There's so many that I've played.
Yeah, and then there was this other one with 5 letters, and it has like ends with like IA, Pagania, or something like that.
Philia.
Philia.
Yeah.
Still didn't quite understand that one.
That was like a I don't know. It's like those MMR, like the World of Warcraft type, whatever that style of game is. But it was like a cozier vibe. But it was like a multiplayer, massively multiplayer, whatever the hell they're called. I don't know. I tried to get into it. It was. Jesus.
Well, I know. There you go. I
Oh
was
my
actually
God.
reading Miss Phoenix, and then I saw Race Call. So I agree.
Yeah.
We will be gay. I think that's kind of the cool thing, that I think gaming will always be, if you're.
I mean, it's been here since the
Between-
80s. I mean, if you talk video games, it's been here since the early 80s, late 70s, and it's still going. I mean, granted, it's yes, there we go. MMORPG, that's what it's called.
What is that?
Massively multiplayer. Yeah, well, that's why I don't play it, because I can't
Mass
even pronounce it.
multiplayer online role-playing game.
That's way too long. But yeah, that's why I don't play that. But no, I think we'll still be there. I mean, I'm sure there are still people there that were, playing the Nintendo in the early days that are still gaming now.
No, for sure. I just think it's more people. I think for me, one thing that I used to think, so when I first started streaming, I actually wanted to be a cozy game streamer, but I realized I think cozy gamer is, I think that's a broad category.
It is.
Like, because the cozy games that most people who I see say they're cozy gamers, I don't play those types of games.
Yeah.
And so, I felt like the cozy game community rejected me. And ever since then, I've been out to get them. No.
With the violent, terrifying, nightmare-filled games that you play on Sunday nights.
No,
I know, I've watched those.
No, those aren't that. No, I mean, I play.
I've played some of those. Those terrify me.
Oh my goodness! I think Meg. What was the one? Meg was. Meg.
She played.
Alan Wake 2.
I watched her play Resident Evil Village, and I watched that baby or thing, whatever it was, like run up and catch her. And if you've never heard her scream on camera, you'd have to go back and rewatch that. But that was one of them high pitched, like actual, like you're about to get slaughtered, real life scream of terror. I won't play that because I've already done that before, and I've been caught on camera screaming a high pitched girl scream. And Link TV was in chat and happened to be watching Well, Link TV was there when I screamed, and I don't know if he actually did. He says that he laughed for 30 minutes and then screenshot or took that clip of me screaming and made that his ringtone. So I don't know if that's true or that part is true or not. But I could see him laughing at me for 30 straight minutes.
So you looked up cozy, and Holt says it means warmth and fit into a broader mindset of self. So now he's confused.
Well, I mean, I'm already confused as well because I don't understand what that means. That must be the British version. I mean, clearly there's an American version and there's a British version.
America.
and there's a UK version. There's probably a Canadian version, and none of them are. Who knows? They're not the. I just looked at it as it's not the violent games that I play. It's not that normal. It's more laid back, relaxed.
Yeah. Well, no, I agree. I was going to try to say something about birds, but then I realized that I don't want to offend anyone in there, so I just am going to the species exactly America, because I saw, I think it was Fox and Sox said something earlier about America and birds, so I was going to try to bring that back. But so so you're doing this cozy gaming, then you go to Minecraft. Did your audience follow you to Minecraft?
Most of them did. I still have quite a few that show up. It's just it was the hopping from platform to platform due to circumstances beyond my control that kind of messed things up. But I still have a lot that show up there. If I'm on YouTube, I have quite a bit that show up. If I go to Twitch, it varies because there's you've got the Twitch community and you've got the YouTube community, and then I've got some that follow me no matter where I go.
No,
So
so so Lo-Fi's trying to explain it to me. You kind of Minecraft. Why Minecraft?
I don't know. It just seemed like something I should try. I just wanted to see what it was all about, and I still, to this day, I still don't know what I'm doing. I have. It has taken. I've been playing that for probably 2 months, and I just now was able to not build a house that's a square, that's a box. Every creation that I have created in that game is literally just a square box because I can't figure out how to do anything else. I'm walking around the village or doing whatever, and everyone else that is in the realm has these amazing buildings, and I'm like, how the hell are they doing this? Well, it's not that hard if you just do all this. So I just put it into creative mode, and then I get all the stuff I need. But and then and even when in creative mode where nothing can hurt you, nothing can kill you, I still can't figure it out. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I don't. So when I look at Minecraft, like, yeah, it reminds me of like I watch Jeff Ryzak and Crow. Shout out to those three. And it reminds they don't play that game, but they play Sons of the Forest, and all they did was like cut down trees and make this tall building in that game. And it like I don't quite I don't understand Minecraft. Like I don't understand.
I don't think that's not what we do in the realm that I actually have a paid community realm that I pay for each month for people to join, and they can jump in, play when they want, leave, come back whenever. And I don't even have to be in the game for them to join. Once they're a member, they can come and go as they please. But if you watch that versus Jeff and Ryzax, it's not the same. It's there are actual buildings, and we have one of the people, they built a Christmas tree. There's a giant freaking snowman that was built that I was showcasing last night. So he also built a let's see, what was it? A Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He built that in the game as well. I don't know how they do that stuff because I don't have the patience to figure that out. I barely can have the patience to watch a video to try to understand what I'm doing, to build something else. So I just kind of went with that, but I'm enjoying it because it's more about just hanging out with the community than it is. No, and I do not live underground still. I got kicked out of the village for that one. The village that I founded, I got exiled. So no. And then it took weeks before I was allowed back into my own village. And then I had actually lost that village. So I'm now just a resident.
Yeah, see, I
So
don't, Miss Phoenix, and I see a Holtz there. Well, you know what male Americans and valued American birds have in common? They're all bald.
all right, Holtz. I'll see you in the ring. I got WWE 2K23.
Oh,
We'll see
okay.
who wins it this time.
Sugar Cookie is saying you did not get exiled. You were suspended.
Well, she's one of my channel mods, so
you're suspended
She
indefinitely.
called Yeah.
And we spent ages making a box tower as high as it would let us. See, this is Miss Phoenix, like your comment right there. You just did it, and it reminds me of the Tower of Babel, like wait, Babylon, right? Or Babel. Which one is the biblical tower? They just kept building it higher and higher.
Well, it's the Tower of Babel, but Was it in Babylon? I don't really know now.
But it's the Tower of Babel, right?
Yes, yes, I do. That's one of the few things I remember
And
from.
so it just reminds me of that. Like y'all are just doing the exact same thing that they did like millenniums ago. You're just building, and you don't know, like why are you doing this?
Yeah,
I
I don't
know.
know what it is. It's an addictive game, though. That's the thing. It's like once you start, you don't even have to know what you're doing, and you'll get sucked into it. Like I don't understand it. I'm starting to understand like how quickly you'll get just pulled into that type of a game. But I've been like that before. I've played other games where I can just go for days and days and weeks playing the same game over and over. I've done that with like the 3 games that I've actually beaten on stream before, which, out of the hundreds that I've streamed for GFN and, any other game that I've played, I've only beat 3 games in my lifetime. And that's Odyssey and like 2 others that I beat, and Spider Man Remastered and Miles Morales. The
See,
only 3 games I've ever beat.
when I hear stuff like this, it makes me think that there is like some grand conspiracy to program you all. Like you're like, I just do it. I don't know why. And I feel
I
like
blame the military on me.
they're just you're just like they're doing it, I do it, and then we just do it.
I was told to. I just did what I was ordered.
And so I feel
I
like
don't
there's
ask
like this
questions.
conspiracy that y'all are doing that, and somehow the Baby Shark song is gonna come along and also hypnotize people to just do
I hate
things.
that song.
But it's gonna happen. I feel like there's an entire like generation of people who are starting to get older now. Okay, they're starting to get older.
Yeah, it's
Who,
that
when
Baby
they
Shark.
hear this song, like the little, like there's like some subliminal message in it, and it's gonna be like baby shark, sharks, and that like it's just gonna play like in 20 years, and then it's just they're gonna take over. They're just gonna start doing things because obviously they've been playing Minecraft and listening to Baby Shark, and now we can't stop that.
I mean,
That's my theory.
yeah, I could see that. I mean, but it's probably the military. Let's be real, because if you think about it, they've been using subliminal messaging for since like what, the 30s, longer than that.
I don't think the military
You
subliminal. I
never
just think they
don't put
give
it
you the message.
don't put it past the military. You never know with them.
I just feel like the military just does what they want. They just tell you. I don't think they have to subliminally tell you.
But the civilians, that's where they get you. So they get the civilians that don't understand these things. And
No,
yeah, it was the sharks. I mean, let's be real. They're already testing them with laser beams. I read
well,
that one.
orcas. No, I think that I've we've talked
Oh no,
about this
no,
on.
yeah, Lo-Fi and I he filled me in on all that, and then I got pulled into researching that, and that put me down
No, orcas are
another
a
rabbit hole.
legit thing. I showed it. I mean,
I
people
went from
thought I was
looking
laughing.
up that,
Sourblowth thought I was joking. Who was just in chat not too long ago. Like,
but I went from that to sharks, and then I found articles about sharks getting tested with putting actual laser beams, and then doing DNA testing. They were actually trying to make them smarter, and I'm like, oh,
but that's the whole thing. Like, I think they found out that orcas. This is like true story, y'all. Not true. This is like real life. Like orcas like are actually already really smart. Like we obviously grand conspiracy happening. We don't know why they're just attacking boats off of Spain and Portugal and uh all over Africa right now. We have no idea. Orcas.
well, somebody knows. They're just not wanting to tell.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Somebody knows for sure. That's a
You
thing.
know, aliens in Mexico or Roswell and what really goes on there because
I mean, I think it's small potatoes compared to the orca.
well, yeah, there was probably a government testing, and then oops, something got loose. Whoops. All right, play it down. Act like we don't know what we're doing.
But we got to, but it's a thing, y'all. Look up orcas. Look
I
up.
did.
You're like I did.
Oh, I looked it up and I got pulled into that one.
See, that's something I think that's something that's like edge. I mean, that's a thing. Like
It's
that's
like
a thing.
watching a History Channel. Start watching that, man. You'll lose track of the months.
I'm telling you, orcas, otters. Otters are another really vicious. They look like puppies. They are not puppies. Don't mess with them.
So are koala bears. Those are the cutest looking things, and I want one. And I've always said that I was going to go to San Diego Zoo to take one home with me. And even though they're vicious little creatures,
um, No, koalas, the thing about koalas, and people forget this, but like 4 years ago around this time, the koala population was devastated because there was like this Australian wildfire that people just forget, like because the pandemic hit. But there was this huge thing, and they would show these burnt koalas. And people were just sending money to like the koalas,
Yeah.
and they're like, koalas may go extinct because their habitat's being burned down. And people have
Thanks, Chris
forgotten about
Phoenix.
that.
Thanks. Now they're not so lovable anymore. Thanks for ruining my childhood.
Where did you get this? How do you, where do you get this?
I don't even, to be fair, I don't even want to know where she found that.
I want to know, like, what were you looking up? Like, were you just like,
I don't know if we want to know your search history at this point. The fact that you had to search that, or did you have it bookmarked already?
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. She just is like that. The Army is definitely training an organization of whales. An orca.
Oh my God.
Oh
That was
wow.
good.
Wow. Simpleton. I was like
Yeah,
I got it.
Wow, that was good.
Solid. I see it.
I'm not Googling it.
I'm not.
Why not? Isn't it already in your history?
Y'all didn't sugarcoat. How would I have known that? What? Okay. I want. If you could go back, Sugar Cookie and Miss Phoenix. Okay. How did you learn? If you didn't Google it, okay. I don't remember them talking about this in sex education class. I know we had that back in my day. I think some states have eliminated that, but
We had it in my day.
some states have eliminated it. And they didn't talk about koalas in that class. I'm pretty sure about that. So
I don't recall that either.
Where did you all get this? Where did this happen? It's probably David Attenborough. Talk to just randomly, like with an accent. Just like randomly mention. How do they know they have herpes though? That's like the next question I have. Like, how do they know?
I'm going to go to a zoo and I'm going to ask that question.
Like, yeah, I just want to know, how do they know? Guess Western European whales are smart enough to orchestrate. Like the orchestrate. Oh my god. I don't know. I got a lot of random fun facts that just appeared in my brain one day. So this may not even be true. Y'all are like, let me see this.
Oh my god. I'm doing the same thing, which I may regret at this point.
Oh. No, they don't all have it. It's at 72.5%.
Oh, well, that's not what
what are you seeing?
Oh no, it gave a different disease. Oh, that's gross. Thanks. Now that's in my search history. Awesome.
Wow.
Oh,
So it's
I
an
got one
Australian thing.
I got one that said koala bears have the clap. That's not what I wanted to see, but now that's out there.
The Orkin man.
Jesus.
Where do y'all get this? My brain doesn't think like that. Like anytime I see those, I'm like always amused. I'm always amused with things that are like have multiple meanings. So that's why I find puns pretty cool. Because it's like, it's fun.
Just stick to gaming stuff.
Gaming. So you're doing Minecraft. You're trying to get back. So do you think you'll stay in this world of like just cozy gaming, warm gaming?
No, I think I'll eventually just kind of rotate back to just regular gaming. I mean, I don't think I'll go back down the violent games as much, but I mean, if I play GTA, I mean, I still play GTA 5 and I stream that. All I do is hop in a car and just drive around running people over. It's not like super violent, but it's, sometimes what I would love to do if I'm stuck in rush hour traffic up in,
Is that where our society is? If running people over a car is not on purpose, that's not violent? Is that?
Well, I mean, I've seen it on TV, but that was in the news usually, so I don't know.
That was not too far from your house, too.
Well, that was a march, and I wasn't in the state at that time. I have witnesses that can vouch for me on that one. I know nothing about that march.
All right,
or the man that was there.
Far Cry 6, Lo-Fi played for Far Cry 6 for like 50,000 episodes.
Oh my god, Far Cry 6 was. I didn't get into that one as much. I like Far Cry 5.
So I played Far Cry 5 New Dawn was actually the first like game I played on Stadia, just because I was like, oh, and I didn't realize that Far Cry 5, like the original, like the first one was like
Yeah.
was a more popular one. So I beat New Dawn. I thought it was cool. And then I played Far Cry 6 because I like the tropicalness, but I guess
Yeah.
it just is overwhelming. Same thing happened to
I
me with
I like the alligator in it, but I mean, just having a pet gator, but that just brings back family memories, you know. But that's a different
Sugar
story.
Cookie. This is what I said. Running over people is not violent to him. That's what he
It's
said. He
not
said it's
super
not.
violent. It's not super violent. It may be violent, but not. I mean, okay, well, maybe if you see bodies going flying as I'm plowing through the crowd at the beach, okay, yeah, I see where you're going with this. All right, we'll just move on. I'm not helping my
It
case here.
reminds me of like in the army. We had something called a CBRN officer, and so this was what chemical, biological, nuclear, radioactive officer. So like the one who you get trained on to if something like that happened, you're the one who tests it. And one of the when you're finally getting certified, one of the final questions is like, which of these toxins is the most deadly? And now like they list all these things. It's like mustard gas, like nerve agents, and all this. And the thing is they all kill you. It's just is like which one kills you faster was the right answer. And so I feel like, and I missed this question. And so when I hear like more violent versus violent, I'm like, they're all violent though. Like there's
Yeah,
not like a
I know.
there's not, so it reminded me of that question where it was like, which one of these is the most deadly? I'm like, they'll all kill you. Like, why is this so I was not successful in my appeal to try to get that question thrown out, but that's what I
Yeah,
feel. So I guess it is a thing.
I'm glad I didn't have to do any of that stuff. I mean, would not that part. Just staying in longer would have been fun. I mean, I probably would have gotten. Knowing how I was then, I would not have lasted very long. Anyways, I was pissing off too many people.
Pissing off, just mad at the world.
Well, no, I was just goofing around and not listening to orders. There may have been, when I got put into the, when you get to do the take your gas mask off, stand there for a few seconds, let the the fumes hit
Tear
you.
gas.
Yep. Then try to put the mask on when your face is all, swelled up, water and eyes, snot hanging out, and and then take it off, and I accidentally turned too quickly and may have hit one of the sergeants in the face with some string. That was
Those are good
fun.
times. Good memories.
2 weeks in the hole.
Good memories. I remember visiting Australia and saw one of its heads. They named it a koala. Say it in an accent. I don't know how to accent. Like what type? Like a British
Holtz,
accent?
Holtz, are we just making more stuff up?
I'm trying to see how Holtz would say it.
I don't even know what his accent is. I don't even think I always think he's not from this world.
Holtz?
Yeah. He just
Holtz
looks like
is
someone that
from
shouldn't
a
be from
northern British town.
Northern Brit. Is he from Ireland? He looks like he should be from Ireland.
No, he's not from Ireland. He's from like this place.
No, I know.
It's in Australia. He would sound like a Coca-Cola. Oh, Coca-Cola. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I got it. A Coca-Cola.
Took me a minute.
Coca-Cola. I don't know. I'm trying to say because I can't do accents. I'm not rock. All the British people can do really good accents.
Yeah. All right, Miss Phoenix, you can join the chat. We need someone with a British accent.
If y'all want to come on, you can just click it. You don't have to show your face.
I'm surprised. Lo-Fi's kind of sus, anyways. I'm always confused about him.
Why?
Just with that smile. I mean, he's
That's
always.
How
smiling.
he looks in person.
I tell you that? It's just a circle and a smiley face.
I showed up. So Lo-Fi knows this. Like last year, I think it was like 1 year ago. Lo-Fi. I showed up, and I met Lo-Fi in person, and he was there, and it was weird because everybody was acting like it was normal, but he literally looks just like that, like with a circle in a smile. It's the
So
weirdest thing.
sus. It so sus.
I mean, but I think it's a normal thing where he's from. They don't like he just it's kind of like Bindi and the Ink Machine. It's just smiling the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, I laugh, but I've been told that's just a mechanism to deal with my issues. So instead of raging out, I just try to twist everything or avoiding confrontation, I twist everything into a joke. So, which is
That's
easier
how
because laughter's the best medicine, apparently. That's what I
it
was always
is.
taught.
It is. It is. No, so vet, so what so when I talked to you last year at this time, we talked about the future. I don't think anything you mentioned happened the way you said because Stadia had
No,
closed.
no, I don't
Yeah.
think anything that I planned was gonna
So so let's
nothing.
humor us. What is 2024 mountain gaming? What does that look like for you?
I have no idea. I'm still going to be here causing mischief and mayhem, and I'm sure I'm going to tick off at least half of a community. I don't know which one it'll be, but I'm sure that'll be somebody. Xbox, PlayStation. Maybe it'll be Nintendo next year, or Google
Could
again.
be.
I
Could
could go
be.
after Google and the PC play games thing that they're doing, or the YouTube crap that they're trying to get everybody to hop on board with. Maybe Sega comes back with with the Dreamcast 2. I don't know. I'm just
Uh,
going to enjoy gaming, and just my kids in kindergarten. I get to stay at home all day and play video games and sit at home in the mountains with the dog. And so I'm essentially retired. I don't have to really do this. At some point, I'm gonna stop gaming because, well, I mean, I'm just gonna stop the streaming side of things. I probably won't ever stop gaming. But my wife tells me that she's gonna put me in a home. Usually every day, I'm gonna be sent to a home somewhere. So I'm expecting at some point down the road, like when I'm 70 or 80, I'll be in a home yelling at the nurses to bring me my drink so I can continue playing video games.
sounds good to me.
Right? Don't have to get out of bed. I can sit and play video games. I'm good with that. But I also have a granddaughter, so
Aww.
I've got she turns 1 next year. My kid finishes kindergarten next year. I've got the last oldest kid graduates last year and then joins the army.
Oh
One's in the
wow.
Navy.
Oh.
I mean, I pushed for both of them to go to the army, but he chose the Navy. I was just like, look, as long as you didn't do the space, you didn't join the space, whatever force, whatever it is.
Space Force.
Space Ghost, Coast. I don't know, whatever. I'm good. There, one's going National Guard, one's active duty. So, I told the one in the Navy, I said, look, when you get stationed, tell them you want Hawaii, because then I'm going to relocate one last time, and we're going to live on the beach because I won't be able to afford a house. So I'll just live on the beach, or I'm going to
Right.
crash at Ray's house.
Virginia has a lot of people though. Virginia has a
Yeah,
big
I don't
Navy.
like I don't like people though. I don't like
There you
too.
heard it, y'all. He said it. He admitted it.
I finally admitted it. I don't though. I can't do like the big cities. I can't do that anymore. That is just it causes me way too. It triggers my anxiety. I
Right.
like the mountain life. My sister lives 30 minutes from us in a town probably about the size that we were, like 4 or 5,000 people. And we go down the mountain, and I'm like, oh look, we're going down to see the city folk again.
Oh, the city folk. Why?
Yeah,
Why can't we just all be people?
I mean, they basically are, but there is a difference. You have to admit that there is a difference when you go to like mountains regions where you see just small towns up in the mountains versus going down to the city. And I'm not talking like DC cities or New York City, big cities. I'm just smaller cities. There is a difference. That I'm guessing that's where the terminology came from, or I just made it up, and I really don't know what I'm
City
talking about.
folk and country folk, like the country mouse and the city mouse.
I guess I always thought of it as the Hatfields and the McCoys, but then
Hatfields and McCoys are both like hillbilly, like literally the definition of hillbilly.
Well, that's my family.
They're
Half
not
my
your
family.
pet.
No, not them, but half my family would think that.
Like, how is a Hatfields and McCoys like anywhere? That's not even country. That's
that's West Virginia right there.
that's like the heart of West Virginia,
Yeah,
Appalachia.
well,
The Hatfield McCoy. Like,
it
that's
might be
the
even
fucking
you could
country.
they're fighting with the Whitakers. But yeah. Um,
I don't know what History Channel stuff you've been watching, but
it's this weird channel I came across that just tells me the weirdest things. I don't know. I'm
does
trying to
story
get
about
back to.
koalas and
I was going to
herpes.
go with Fox News, but I was told not to stay away from Fox.
Fox and hopping Fox and socks.
I was going to go to a Fox, but he moved, so I couldn't get my news from him, so I had to go to Fox News. Because the only other choice was CNN, and I didn't know what to do at that point.
Too many options. Too many options.
I'm actually disappointed that Lo-Fi didn't bother to show up to join with a free invitation. The one time I would have thought, or Ray or anybody else. I mean, I get that they're too busy cracking jokes in the chat and all, so that makes sense.
Oh, I don't. I mean, I told you that. Like you said, it's Thursday. It's
You know,
Thursday.
it is. Well, no, I get it. It's intimidating to be, to join when I'm on the show. I get that. It's
No.
understandable. Not everyone can hang with me. I was just gonna hope that would work, but
Oh my goodness, no!
Lo-Fi can. Lo-Fi can. Ray, that's debatable.
Everybody's
He is a-
busy. It's
He is
holidays.
he is a 49ers fan, after all, but some of us can't be Washington fans.
The Niners, the Washington Commanders.
God, that's such a stupid name.
My goodness, Fat.
I'm sorry. As a Washington football fan for years, since like the late
You're the
mid
Pico
80s.
streaming talent coming through, Simpleton.
There you go.
He
There
said
we go.
I only got a little like.
Wilson, you've sat in Discord eating. There's no
sorry,
excuse.
Yeah, I'm eating.
There's no excuse, buddy. I've seen you. I do. I can't help it. I said the bar is up here with me, and I guess nobody wants to try to compete and get up there.
I sent the accent in DM. What?
Oh Lord.
Let me see. Hold on. I had the wrong one up because I had the Discord up. Give me a second. Okay. Oh, he did. Okay, let me see if I can get Holtz. All right, let me see if I can pull this up. All right. This is Holtz, y'all. Let's see if I can get this.
That's right. Jesus.
Let me know if y'all can hear this.
Oh my God.
Coca-Cola. Yeah, well, we say Coca-Cola, but I'm sure an Australian would say Coca-Cola.
Love the expression.
Colts, love it. Coca-Cola. Where did you get that, Colts?
Oh man.
Goodness. Oh my gosh. Thank
So
you for
I got a question for you. What are your thoughts with Call of Duty showing up on GFN?
I don't care. I don't play Call of Duty.
Well, I don't play it either, but I was just curious because everyone was like hyping them. I was just shocked there wasn't, there for like all the day throughout Stadia, everyone was, like if we get Call of Duty, Stadia will be fine. Yet GFN got Call of Duty and a couple of versions, and there wasn't really that much noise about it, which is weird.
Mean, I think it's the same thing I say about everything. Like people are like, well, if Google had hyped up Stadia on YouTube, and I'm like, okay, there was like a whole year of Twitch hyping up Luna, and that did nothing for Luna. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Stadia got Fortnite. That would have helped say, okay, Luna got Fortnite. And again,
didn't do anything for them.
Did not do anything for them.
Didn't do anything for xCloud either when they got Fortnite.
Did not do anything there. Yeah. So now it's like, oh, they're getting Call of Duty. And I'm like, there's a point to where I think like
there was a Stadia attack.
There was a Stadia attack. I actually do believe there was a Stadia attack. Maybe
the Google tag.
There was definitely
Get him in the graveyard.
Like that. But yeah, so in my opinion, it's like, it's just if people are not into that. They're not like if someone buys a computer rig or a console, they're not going for something free. And you also have to have a good internet connection. And I just think the audience for these types of games are like it's a different
Oh,
audience.
yeah. Yeah, I remember the gaming awards trying to hype Luna. Well, and I mean, look, they expanded, and that didn't really change anything for Luna either.
No, I think Stadia had the best chance. It was growing. It was like a console in the cloud. Nothing is yes, GFN has better I think I could say GFN has better performance than Stadia, but Stadia was still like very
But
unique in its own way. And
Stadia, I said this when I got into Stadia. That's what set Stadia apart from everything else was that Stadia was the first true cloud gaming console.
yeah,
GFN, because everybody would try to compare GFN and Stadia, and I'm like, you can't do that because GFN is PC gaming. I said, Stadia's competition to me had always been Xbox and PlayStation. That would have been the competition because you have to compete against what you're good at, and that would have been console gaming. That's what they were. Stadia was a console in the cloud.
yeah, I think there's multiple. Clive and I disagree on this, but I think one person is to blame for all of Stadia's eels, and that's Phil Harrison. I've said that many times, and
Oh yeah, Phil, good
I
old
think he
Phil.
set the bar too high. Like it's not going to beat native, but I think for like most gamers who had a connection, like satisfy their needs, and I feel
Ray, you can answer that one.
let me see. Decentralized gaming is not good for the current business model. They ain't ready for cloud gaming to take off. Yeah,
No.
I totally
I
agree
don't
with.
even know if is it really decentralized gaming, or is it really it's the internet? I would almost say the internet companies are what's truly holding back cloud gaming, besides the other companies, but because you're going to have consistent internet across the board for it truly to take off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I continue to say I know. I actually I think they have the best curated library is Black Nut Gaming, so I do like that one. But I don't play it as much anymore.
I just the way he asked me the question first, I was not going down that one.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I wasn't even going to read that comment.
But yeah, no. But yeah, I think I Stadia was super cool. I think this year we would have probably gotten Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, like all those franchises were on. Like we had to deal with Capcom. They had so many things going on. So
Well, they had 2K as well, even though it was still 2K. It was still there. They had Madden at one point, so you had your EA titles. They had so many. They had so much going for them, and you let one idiot ruin it all.
well, yeah, I think he overpromised and underdelivered. And I think he was trying to say, like, we're going to be PlayStation and Xbox. And I don't think that was the right tactic. I think they should just said, like, if you want a game and not, kind of what Xbox is trying to do with xCloud, but it doesn't run nearly as well, is like wherever you want a game, we'll have you. And I think they were doing really well, especially if you're now getting into cozy games. That's where Stadia was leaning into, like those like
Yeah.
third party games. And to me, those
Well,
were
I always liked the third party games. When I played them, I enjoyed them. It's just I never really gave any of them a chance to be
oh my
honest.
goodness. Oh my goodness. It's so interesting when you see like the women gamers and their humor, and then when like the dark humor of the
Then
guys come.
then the Ray and Reaver humor is
Yeah,
on
it's
a
like
whole nother
come,
level.
it's like they come in. It's like when there was like Meg and Miss Crystal, Miss
Oh
Phoenix.
yeah, they were polite. They leave,
Yeah,
and this is what we
this
get.
is what we're left with.
And Ray's the one. This is the kind of insight. This is the kind of humor that we joke with, and then we get yelled at by Ray because he always wants these new people to show up, and then he's the ringleader behind it all.
Google should have just put the word beta at the end of Stadia for the first. Yes, that's what they should have done too. They should have said it was a beta. Yes. Yeah, purple. I didn't care there was a Stadia tax. At least we got a full tax refund. Ooh,
Oh,
good.
nice.
We did.
Slick.
We did get a tax refund.
I got like almost $2,500 back. Then I realized when I got that back, I was like, wow, look at how much money I spent.
Yeah,
And
I think that's what I
a lot
said.
of it was Ubisoft titles, and I had the subscription, which everyone was like, "Why do you keep buying them?" I said, "I don't know. They're on sale. How can you
Yeah,
pass up a sale like that?"
some of those sales have never been the same. Like you could get like almost any Assassin's Creed for like $249. I remember that in US.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was
That
like,
is-
oh yeah, I'll take that. I just remember they still haven't gotten to that level. And it was so easy to search for stuff. I like used to go on the sales site and it was like just amazing.
The UI was the only thing, like on the Chromecast, the UI was the only one of the biggest issues that I had with it initially. The website was
Chromecast, yeah.
great.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
it on the website.
But
I didn't do it on the Chromecast.
Yeah, it was still better though, but like I don't understand like GFN, I don't know what, like, for all that they are able to do, their UI is still freaking garbage when it comes to like the Shield TV, everything but PC. If you or just computer in general, if you try it on a TV, you try it on the Shield, on the Android tablet or anything else, it's still a jumbled mess. And I'm like, how, you guys should be able to figure that one out
Yeah, no,
to fix that.
I totally agree. I think the UI for GFA, I mean, I still play it from time to time. I know Rouster and I played Orcs Must Die on it. But yeah, I think Stadia's UI was getting better on the TV. Oh man, I just like it go back to like 14 months ago, and it seemed like they had just turned the corner too. And it
With Cyberpunk, yeah, that was the turning page. Was the fact that you had nobody could play Cyberpunk. PlayStation was refunding it, and it ran perfectly fine on Stadia.
ran really well on Stadia, but then they were starting to get like they were starting to do features that I thought were still pretty cool. Like I would say sometimes I would play with people and I didn't want to stream, but they wanted to see me play or to do a walkthrough. Like that whole like you could watch someone stream.
Oh yeah,
like the
well,
private
and
room.
the direct streaming was one of the best features they had, because I remember you could have I had issues with my internet at the time when I was still in Minnesota. My upload and download speeds were like 2 to 5 megabytes per second, and I was still able to direct stream through Stadia, and it was broadcasting it at 1440. It's the only cloud service that I've ever used that I've been able to do that with, and I've never nobody else has been able to figure it out.
No, it may come back. Like I can, and I know Crow, and there's some people say they'll never do it again. I would be like, if it satisfies my gaming needs, of course. Like, because I have like multiple consoles now, and that's still.
I have a Mac Mini, so I have Apple stuff, but I also have GFN. I've got Boosteroid. I've got Shadow PC. All the overpriced or foreign companies I support apparently.
Yeah, and if you are a Stadia gamer and you have some controllers that you want to make Bluetooth compatible, this is the last month you can do that.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So I only did it with one. I kept the other ones. Always will remember them as. It's too hard to change them. Like I mean,
you could be John Scar. You don't even you're never gonna forget Stadia.
Oh, the tattoo. I try to get John on this channel. But he doesn't want to come.
He doesn't do much gaming. He doesn't do much streaming anymore. I chat with him every now and then through Instagram. That's about the only way that I've been able to get a hold of him.
Yeah, I try to get him on, and because he's a veteran too, and so I wanted to try to get him on.
Yeah. Well, no, he's not technically a veteran right now. He's active, Canadian Air Force. You could try JD. JD's a veteran now.
Who'd you say the first one?
Dr. Spaceman.
Dr. Spaceman. I've thought of it.
There's
Dr. Spaceman. There's a couple of veterans. There's
Dr. Spaceman is active duty still, but I know JD just got out of the I don't remember when, but I know he's a veteran now.
Yeah, so. There's a lot of veterans in behind some people don't want to say they're veterans, and
well, yeah.
And I talked to them. Hey, Ja, how are you doing? We're just talking to Mountain Gaming here, and I saw the Bluetooth control. You can go right now to Stadia.com, and it'll link you to how you can connect and make your controller Bluetooth. And they are going to take that site down at the end of the next month. So it was only there through 2023, and then they're going to take it down. You can't do it. I don't know why. They're going to it's like they really want to get rid of every thing that was Stadia, but they're going to you can turn it from a Wi-Fi controller to a Bluetooth controller, and it will work on your Bluetooth controlled devices.
Got 4 controllers still.
Yeah, I have several. I have some in the boxes. I have I still have this one right here. Let me see.
The Wasabi has always been my favorite. That Wasabi one was always my favorite.
I have the Wasabi, and the black one is up. You can't really see it. There's a black one up there. I changed the white one because I don't like that. And I kept in the box the Founders Edition as well as the Premier Edition. I kept those in boxes still. Just finished Vlogmas intro and outro. It starts tomorrow. Oh, Vlogmas. I forgot about that. Ja, so if y'all did not know, Ja and Cammy, who's not in stream, do a thing called Vlogmas where they vlog every day throughout December. So that's a pretty big deal. So Ja, I'll have to go check it out. For sure. So thanks for stopping by, Ja. And Ja is another woman gamer. We had a couple of them earlier today, but they all scattered. Well,
I wonder why. I don't know why.
I know. I don't know why. The Orca conversation and the jokes got to them. But
yeah, that wouldn't shock
and Miss Phoenix was staying up pretty late, so I could tell. I could understand her, and there's a couple reasons I could.
Wilson doesn't sleep at night, so
Holtz doesn't sleep. Wilson doesn't sleep. Ambi doesn't sleep. There's a couple of non-sleepers here. But Vet, I think we've been going for a while. Might shut it down here in a little bit. So, but anything you want to leave the audience on your second appearance of Shades of Purple?
Nah, I mean, people can find me. You can find me on Threads. You can find me in Discord. I'm literally in Ray's Discord. I get up at 6 o'clock, 6:30, 6:45, to get my kid to the bus stop by 7. But I'm always in Ray's Discord or my Discord. You can find me on Threads. I'm on Twitter. I'm on YouTube. I mean, literally always on YouTube, or streaming, or Twitch or something. I'm somewhere. I'm usually around where someone will find me. Poking fun, to stick into the fire, to start things every now and then, usual stuff.
And y'all, I said this earlier, I will not be streaming this Sunday as I will be traveling. But I will be streaming next week for the Game Awards with Lo-Fi Monk. Doing that. We may talk a little bit about some otters. I think I hinted at that because there's some otters are very violent. And so maybe doing a little bit of that. But yeah, no, this has been super fun. And we will link Vet's channel down. Vet, you still do YouTube a little bit, right?
Let me see. I don't have much on there. I'm going to start porting some stuff over because I've got a different account name. What the heck is it? Channel. Stupid YouTube one. Let me just keep all my names the same. I'll give it. Oh, wait.
Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna text me after the show. I
okay.
want to. No, I'm saying gotcha. Vet, you ping me. I'll put it in the description. But I just telling because I definitely want to catch her because I'm traveling tomorrow, but I want to. Thank you, Vet.
There's the YouTube and Twitch.
You can just send it to me on Discord, Vet.
I'll just send it to you there. I'll send you the other 2 links.
But yeah, and so but with that, I think we're gonna shut it down now. Thank you so much, Vet, for
no problem.
We'll do this again. Purple and Vet, last show, but you know what they say about cliffhangers. Okay, what do they say? What do they say, Holtz? What do they say?
Oh God, I got that. That's why it's the dots. That's all he's saying. It took me a minute to get that.
Oh no! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
It took me a minute because I was trying to think about that one.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness!
Oh God, Holtz.
Got him.
Yep.
Oh man. All right. Well, everyone, y'all know it's that time where I say my thing. Yes, and have a good night, everyone. But it's my time where I say it. I don't care where you game, how you game, why you game, what you game on, how long you've been gaming. As long as you're gaming, you're good with me. And as always, this is Purple Haze, and the proof is in the plane. All right, take care, y'all.
See you guys.